Hey guys, Taste here from the Code with Taste channel. Still need to change the branding on the channel, but please bear with us. Today we're going to be going through polymorphism. Okay, that's like the third of four pillars of object-oriented programming after encapsulation and inheritance. We've gone over inheritance in a few of the previous videos on the channel, so please check that out. We'll need to look into encapsulation in upcoming videos, but polymorphism essentially means many forms. And when we work with related classes that have inherited methods and fields, we can use these methods to perform different tasks, okay? So let's jump right into an example. I'm going to create a base class called car, public class car. And this is going to have one method, void accelerate, and that method is basically gonna print something to the console or a message, just like a generic message there. Okay, then I'm going to create a couple of derived classes from this car class, Tesla, and that will obviously inherit from the car class. This will also have a accelerate method. I'm going to create another one called public class Bugatti. This will also inherit no, Bugatti spelled like that. This will also inherit from the car class. And it will also has an implementation of its own accelerate version. So I'll go about 304 miles per hour, and that's 125 for the Tesla. Okay, cool. So now to implement polymorphism in these classes, or to add polymorphisms, we use the virtual and override keyword. Okay, so we use the virtual keyword there to say that this method can be I can't spell this method can be overridden, and then we override it by using the override keyword to say that we're going to override the method from the base class. So let's mark that with the override keyword. And then when we go up to new up these classes, so let's go with var model 3, I believe one of the models is called, equals new Tesla. Okay, and then when we run that, Tesla model 3, sorry, model 3 dot accelerate. Okay, and then we do the same for the Bugatti. var there's a Chiron, I believe, the name of the model, equals new Bugatti. Okay, and then we accelerate. So when we run this, we should get the derived methods being invoked. As you can see here, 125 miles per hour and 304 miles per hour for the Bugatti. Okay. Now we can also achieve polymorphism. So that's essentially, just to be clear, so that's essentially polymorphism being displayed here, where we have the accelerate function behaving differently in two classes that are related to each other. Okay, and obviously, yeah, as you can see there, it's obviously invoking the derived class right there. Cool. So we can also achieve polymorphism in our classes through another way called method overloading. Okay, so this is method overriding. Okay, where we've overridden the base class's method. Okay, now we can also do that with method overloading, which is essentially when you have two methods with the same name but a different signature. So let's update this Bugatti class not to derive from the car class. Okay, and it's got this accelerate method, and then we want to add another accelerate method. Public void accelerate. When we do that, we get a message straight away telling us that type Bugatti already defines a member called accelerate with the same parameters. Okay, so it shows us that error because it's, as you can see, when we add the duplicate method, we get this compiler warning. Okay, so let's change the signature of this method, because to have a method overloading, the methods can have the same name in the same class, but they need to have a different signature. So let's change the signature and add a bool here, bool sport mode. And you see we don't no longer get this error because it's, even though the methods are the same name, they have a different signature, thus invoking the different signature types. Okay, so let's give this, let's put some functionality in here that's different to the one above. We can say, what are we going to say? We're going to say if not sports mode, I guess. If not sports mode, we want to invoke the accelerate method, the one that doesn't have a parameter in it. And we want to, let's neaten this up a bit. We want to return out of this, come out of this function. Or if not, then we want to essentially print out that it goes at some sort of super speed because it's on sports mode, even though this is unrealistic. Let's go with that. Yep, cool. Okay, so let's now invoke that. Right, so let's go with Chiron dot, and you can see we've got the IntelliSense if you're using Visual Studio, obviously, showing us accelerate. And if we open that up, you can see we've got the option for two methods here. The first one doesn't accept a parameter, and the second one has a sports mode bool parameter there. So we'll go with that one, and we will pass that true to say that it is the sports mode version. Okay, and then when we invoke and run this, you should get obviously different outcomes here. In this scenario, you're obviously, when you're running this one, you get the accelerate up to 304 miles per hour, and then when you pass in the parameter of true, you get this outcome, which is 404 miles per hour. Okay, it's perfect. Okay, so now one more thing I want to cover: polymorphism versus method hiding, which is a concept that we looked at in one of our previous videos. So if you missed that, please go and check that out. So let's add one more derived class here. We can add a new class called public class Ferrari. Okay, and this derives from the car class. But in this one, its accelerate method is implementing method hiding. Accelerate. Okay, and CW. Let's stick that in here. Let's go 205. Why not? Okay, cool. So we know we can use, a base class as a reference for a derived classes object. So let's get rid of. Let's comment these out. So comment these out, and then let's new up a. How are we going to do this? Let's new up a Ferrari class. No, actually, we'll use a base class of car, and we'll go F50, F50, okay, equals new Ferrari, okay, and then we'll invoke the accelerate method on this one, okay. And this, just to be clear, I'll put a little message on there, comment on there, to say that this one is method hide. This one is displaying method hiding functionality, okay. And then let's new up another class that references the car. That the well, the reference is obviously car, but we'll go for the model 3 again because we can, and that's implementing method overriding or polymorphism. Tesla, cool. And then let's invoke the accelerate, okay. And then when we run this, what we see is that in the method hiding version, okay, we actually invoke the base classes accelerate, okay, because obviously the derived class is Ferrari, but we're actually invoking the base classes accelerate, where in polymorphism we are actually invoking the derived classes accelerate. So essentially you can see the difference between the difference between method hiding is that this method is hidden and we actually invoke this method when we new up a class with the base class, okay. So that's essentially the difference. Okay, so perfect. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please look out for the next video on the channel and have a great day. Thank you.